Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. Tricky Bricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Kara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the Tricky Bricks Build and Check Show!
Ahoy, hoy,
ahoy,
friends.
ahoy, friends! Happy Sunday! How's it going? I look like the hunchback here. I'm wearing all black with this big chair behind me.
Well, it's a little chilly here in the house, right?
It's a little.
Oh, I see black on black. That's it's a whole look.
Oh, it's been, yeah. Anyway, hope y'all are having an awesome Sunday. We are drinking coffee and getting ready for a day of family visits.
Yep, it's been a pretty chill morning, and I'm really excited. We get to see my sister and possibly brother-in-law this afternoon, which will be super fun.
So, gosh, well, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. I'm going to try and make this.
Oh, I don't know.
There.
That's a little better.
So, we are going to be doing a show. So let's do a show.
Right.
First of all, let's see who is lurking in the green room.
Lurking, are they? Oh,
yes.
Jazz
See,
hands.
they were
Look,
lurking.
we got jazz hands in there.
They were
Well,
big time lurking.
Let's introduce our friends in the green room.
All right, you know her, you love her. Here she is. It's Minifigchick. Hi, Kara.
Hi, Kara.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you guys?
Doing good. It's been, frankly, a pretty chill morning. We were just listening to Joni Mitchell, of all people, and that's a pretty easy way to ease into the day, I gotta say.
My favorite.
Oh, Oliver, happy birthday to your mom.
Yay.
Very
Happy
good.
birthday.
Very good. So also lurking in the green room. I can't call him that today. He's the king of the blue and orange hoodie. It's Moto. Hi, Moto.
Hello.
Joe.
Wow, so you're all different tracksuit today.
Yeah.
Whoa! That's awesome.
Awesome.
Cool.
Rocking the brick slopes.
That's a really good shirt. I may need to reach out to Cody and see if there's any of those left, because that's a super good one.
Thank you so much for your on-the-scene report last week. That was super exciting. I'm glad.
Oh, good.
I'm glad running around like that, you didn't end up. Everyone
falling into a table.
Yeah,
of
everyone
mops.
seemed to be safe and happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we had 70 to 80 tables and 5,000 visitors. Not too bad.
That's so
Nice.
cool.
Wowzy, wow.
That's so cool.
And, we often say sometimes, but it's turning into most of the time or all the time. Who is it?
It's Blair. Hi, Blair.
Hey, Blair.
Ahoy, hoy.
How's it going?
Doing all right.
Glad
Oh,
to be
you've got your
here.
fancy hat back on.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
going on there?
I figured I'd put the Pride one on today. It's Trans Day of Remembrance.
It is. I was going to mention that, and yes, that is in fact today.
Sure.
And it also seems that today was Monica's dad's birthday. He would be 70 today. Happy birthday to also Monica's dad. Like, so much going on today. Oh my goodness. So, golly, well, how about we kick off with some pins while we're waiting for our final guest?
I'm prepared with pins today. I'm pretty psyched about mine. But let's see. Moto, what's going on with your pin?
I don't have
Or
a pin, but
patch,
I have some
or
cool
thing.
stuff. So let's do. I've got tokens. We'll do this token.
Oh, cool.
Is that Chuck E. Cheese?
Where a kid can be a kid.
That's awesome.
I used to love Chuck E. Cheese.
The only tokens I have are for Logan's bath. That's
What's
pretty
the
hilarious.
year on that?
1999.
That
was a good
tonight
year.
we're gonna party like
That was
year.
just before Y2K.
Yep.
Oh my God. Or otherwise known as Y2K. So let's see. We've got FabbyFan MKE says that he can make that into a pin for you, Moto, which would be kind of awesome.
That would be awesome.
Where a kid can be a kid and catch unknown diseases from the ball pit. But
well, that turned dark pretty quickly.
That got dark.
I mean, I'd love it if Logan could jump around in a ball pit.
Anybody
sometime.
who's been there knows what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. They put little kids in there and nobody's paying attention. I'll bet you dollars to donuts they don't spray that thing down in between. But anyway, enough about that.
Kara, save us, please. What?
All right. I have a Halloween pin, Jack in the Box from Nightmare.
Oh, that's awesome. At first I thought it was a guitar or a ukulele, and it took me a minute to like get in.
It would make a pretty awesome guitar or ukulele, I have to say. Yeah, so any luthiers in the audience, get right on that.
Very cool.
I know, Flynn, you used to have a Jack in the Box when you were a kid, right?
Yes. Well, we don't need to go into that. Anyway,
Blair, what's going on over there?
We're gonna go with on theme, protect trans lives. On my,
very nice.
my rebel hat. Yeah.
All right. Is it our turn?
It is our turn, and I've got a throwback. I've got a throwback here. Clicky, are you coming around the corner?
Yep.
Oh, there they are right now. We've got Annie Lennox from the Eurythmics.
Love her.
And I probably got this pin in 1986 when I had a radio show all about new wave, and I would have worn it on my leather jacket. Annie Lennox.
All right. Well, I've got another redhead.
Oh, coincidentally.
From this awesome set of pins that the Hornburgers gifted me. It's Wanda.
Yes.
Wow.
I do love her from the WandaVision pin set. Pretty awesome. Say what you will. I love her. I know many people.
Is that controversial?
Well, I know many people's opinions changed after the Multiverse of Madness, but that's a whole other thing. Actually, a lot of people's opinions changed after WandaVision because really, technically, she that wasn't like a really cool thing to do, like trap a bunch of people in like a spell and like make them pretend to be other people. Not really good. But I still love her. She's flawed.
It's complicated.
Well, that's what. So that's what made, in the beginning anyway. That's what made set Marvel apart from DC. Was that DC was Superman was very forthright. He was like perfectly perfect, and then Marvel really introduced the kind of like flawed hero trope now, but that's the whole thing, right? Like Wanda has mental health issues and PTSD from when she had to kill her husband.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised, but all this actually makes me want to watch Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, it's great. And the funny thing about it is it is straight up a horror movie. Like 100%.
No spoilers.
No, but
spoilers.
it's why am I Blair, you'll remember, why is the name of the director escaping me right now?
Sam Raimi.
Thank you, Sam Raimi. So
true to type.
It's gonna be a little something. So
he wanted to make it spookier. Apparently, they had to dial it back a little bit.
Oh man!
Oh, I can't wait
to
see it.
It was pretty intense. But anyway, moving on from that. Yeah, I know. Hero, anti-hero, you decide. I love her.
Well,
But,
she's no Emmett,
No, it's true. I don't know that I want to see her in that outfit either. She's so much better in her regular costume. All right, so golly, well, we have got let's say hi to everybody in the chat.
Yay.
So if you are in the chat and you haven't been chatting in the past couple of seconds, make sure and say hello so that we can give a shout out to everybody.
And, we hear so often that people who don't chat in the chat just tune in and have us in the background or the foreground, maybe come and check out Logan Cookie Time. So I want to say hi to everyone who doesn't chat too. I don't exactly know you're there during the show, but I'm glad you are. What's going on, Flynn?
All right. So let's see who is here.
Drum roll, please.
I love this. I can't wait for the day the anti-hero gets her due. I know. I want to see her. I want anti-hero.
Well, that would be Aunt May. That would be Peter Parker's Aunt May.
Oh, see, I was thinking more of like the kind of aunt who like takes you to movies that your parents don't let you see. That's the one. That's the anti-hero.
Oh, yay, Kara.
What was that? Did I miss something?
Oh, Kara pointed to herself.
Oh.
Well, let's say hi to all those people in the chat, shall we?
Well, we had a friend like that growing up, but it was like our like neighbor friend who is a friend of my stepmom, and I don't know if we ever told her this, but she totally snuck us out to see Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. And of course, I didn't go for prurient reasons. I went because Dolly Parton.
Isn't that the only reason?
Well, there was.
It
wasn't
was
there also Burt Reynolds?
I've never really been into Burt Reynolds, but I gotta say, I wasn't not pleasantly surprised when there was like a shirtless football player dance scene in the locker room. But that's neither here nor there. I'm on a roll today. What can I say?
You're on fire.
I am on fire.
We've got all these
right,
people
so
in the chat let's say hi to them.
So we've got Alexander23Z is here.
Hi, Alex.
Apples is here from Europe. Hello, Carolyn CCCCC. Chris, where the Blackpool Tower set chalice? I don't know, friend. I don't know. Debo Bricks is here. Hi, Debo. How's it going? We've got Fabufan MKE, Heather Mraz, John Luttrell, and Vicky. Hello.
Hooded
Lisa
one
Head
is
is
there.
here. Hooded one is here. Minifigchick, Monica Berry,
and we know Moto is here.
We
I didn't have
got,
time to type.
PT McEwen, Rob Zaccardi and the Zaccardis. Ahoy,
Lana,
hoy.
Elena, and Vanessa.
And Spot the Magic Ninja is here. Hello. And of course, bonsoir to Wilfred, wherever you are. And
Kim.
Zarakino.
Sarah.
Very good.
We always get that opposites.
So, didn't the Sanctum Sanctorum set already contain spoilers for Multiverse? I mean, only kind of. I mean, I would say an inconsequential spoiler would be my take on it. That's been a running issue, and I know it happened a few times before the pandemic, but especially post-pandemic or during and post-pandemic is because so many movies got their slates pushed back, and Lego's slate apparently does not get pushed back. Like it's going to come out when it comes out. And so, we saw things like the Shang-Chi sets coming out, I don't know, 6 months before the movie came out.
Yeah.
And they did poorly because nobody knew what it was. Like it wasn't even there yet. They did I have to say the same thing happened. Now, I mean, Jurassic Park's a little, a more known quantity, but still the last Jurassic Park sets came out way earlier than the actual movie came out. And I mean,
the biggest issue I saw wasn't a spoiler related one. It was just a stock related one. And that was the Ecto 1 came out super early. And then they were like, well, we'll just push the movie until this blows over. And it just kept going. And then by the time the movie came out, the Ecto 1 was really low in stock, like almost disappearing. And then it sold out because everybody wanted it. And then they basically produced a whole bunch more. So now you can get it again. But it was just like the timing has been off. I think we're finally starting to get realigned now.
Well, and I also know the same thing happened with Lightyear as well. Mm-hmm. Those sets came out way far in advance of the actual movie. So, speaking of sets, there was a big one announced this week.
What was that?
And when I say big, I mean, it's really big, y'all. So this is, and look at this. I actually have it ready to go.
Ta-da!
The Eiffel Tower, which is, rivaling the Titanic, I think, for size. Maybe I'm sure somebody can correct me on that, but my goodness.
It bumps it. Yeah.
It bumps it? Okay, that's what I thought. What I thought.
To get that much detail, you have to build pretty big, and they did.
Well, I mean, this looks on par to the one like we just saw at Bricks by the Bay not too long ago. Like this is intense.
I know. Can you say Technic?
Like that's a lot of gray right there.
Yeah, it's a lot of clip and bar methods in there, so it's great if you like clip and bar elements.
Super
Very
fine
cool.
detail.
I mean, that's
great. I was going to say it's a great parts pack for anyone who wants to build the infrastructure for Star Wars.
For anybody who wants to build with gray, it's a great parts pack.
I want to know who has a shelf they can put this on.
Oh, it doesn't fit on a shelf.
No, it's not a shelf.
It's
a coat rack.
You have to put that on the floor. I heard a couple people who got sent review copies saying they were going to use it as a Christmas tree and just like put some lights around it.
Yep.
So it's 10,001 pieces. It is retailing for $629.99 here in the US, and it is really
Chaz's brick build says it's 74 bags.
74.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I also heard that in the designer video, I believe he was mentioning that it is the same designer as the Titanic and the Statue of Liberty, and they are to scale with one another, which is really cool.
Oh, wow.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So the model is 58.5 inches tall.
Yep.
That's pretty substantial. I don't think there's going to be a shelf that you're going to be able to put that on.
No, and I don't even think, imagine you have to have a step ladder if you put this on a table to build it. But it's modular, right? It comes apart in sections.
It does, but I mean, like, let's take a look at that. And yeah, it's surprisingly Moto was saying there's a lot of, I mean, maybe not so surprisingly, but there's a lot of clip and bar and not a lot of Technic. So
yeah,
like what we saw, the Eiffel Tower we saw was all done with Technic. And I'm kind of glad they didn't go with the Technic route on this, because I feel like it would have looked less artsy and more industrial. Mm-hmm. And this looks more like an art piece to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's an icon set, so that's the idea: is to take an older set and make it a higher fidelity and a cleaner, more representative look.
So, who at this size and this price point, who would you say is the target audience for this set?
People who really like the Eiffel Tower. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I think that's what you get. I think that's where you go when you start getting into these sets that are so enormous that you practically have to charge them rent to be in your house. It's kind of like, well, who is, and especially at that price point, it's like, who is the audience for this? I was thinking, actually, interesting you said that, Moto, because I was thinking about that the first day, or when I saw this. And just thinking about, obviously you're gonna hit the people who must have every single set that Lego produces, right?
Or architecture. It's really an architecture set, yeah.
But that's still, I think, percentage-wise, a pretty small audience. And then of course there's people with endless amounts of money and room in their house, which is also a pretty small demographic comparatively. So I think that's a really good question. Like, who is the audience for this?
Oliver.
I mean, there's a lot of people, like you said. I think there's a fair amount of people with lots of space and disposable income who will probably want this, if only just for the experience of building something that big, because it's kind of like you're able to bring home something like you would see at one of our exhibitions, right? This is the scale and the presence of a large mock, essentially. And you know, we're starting to get there with the sets. I mean, the sets have been magnanimous lately, so people are able to get what they feel is just this like highly presentable model and model building experience out of the box. It is a little too big for a lot of other people, though. I think it might be one where people would want to build it and then put it away and then build it again, like a year after year kind of thing, like a bring it back out, especially if you're going to use it as a holiday tree.
Right.
I turned around and built like a 5-piece one just now because this is more what many of us are going to end up with, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Or anybody wanting it or buying it. It's just, it's the bigger and more expensive they get, I feel like the audience for it shrinks a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wonder if Lego scales the production quantity on a set like this.
I think they would have to.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to make as many of these as you would of, say, a Mia's apartment or another city thing.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, City is always going to be the top seller, you know. I think that this isn't like going to be made to order necessarily, but I think that something like this would be similar to the Titanic. You know, we're not seeing 40 Titanics show up any given day. Like, we have them, and then people can buy them, and then they sell out for a little while, and then they come back. I think Lego can produce it as needed. But yeah, exactly. Like the big UCSs, like, you know, it's similar to the Super Star Destroyer in a way. Like, it's just a really, really, really big model. If you love the Eiffel Tower, maybe you got married there or engaged there, or maybe you can't go there. You know, this is a way to bring the Eiffel Tower experience into your own home. And I know it's going to look super awesome when people start putting lights in it too.
I was just thinking the same exact thing.
You know, here's somebody who will have an opinion. It's Holly. Hi, Holly.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Opinions? No, really?
Me? No.
Holly, do you have this yet?
We don't even have it in our store yet.
Yeah,
no, sorry. I think I'm on. I mean, I feel like I would be the target demographic, right? But I think if I was just coming into the hobby fairly recently, which a lot of people have. So, you know, as like someone who likes to collect and really liked the big sets when they were few and far between, if I'd started into the hobby in the last couple of years, I'd probably be more tempted, because the main reason it doesn't appeal to me is just I already have too much, right? Like it's too saturated. My space is already taken up with so many other sets that there's just no capacity for it. But for people who just started the hobby during COVID, like a lot of people did, and are really like steamrolling with like collecting and building, I bet there's a bigger market out there than we think.
Well, I would be fascinated to have been a fly on the wall in the design meetings about this, where they were talking about the scale and they were talking about the market for it. Because you know they had those discussions, and there must have been market research as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, the Titanic sells out every time it comes back in stock. So, I mean, I think that's a good marker for that there is a market for these awesomely large sets, similar to the UCS Star Wars. I mean, you're already pushing that 3 to 5 foot range for a lot of those. So people are willing to say, I love Lego and I love this model so much that they're willing to make space for it in their lives. You know, I hear people all the time. They're like, I don't know where I'm going to put this, but like, I have to get this Star Destroyer before it goes away. And I'm like, you got hard points, you can hang it from the ceiling. Now, of course, Eiffel Tower, you're probably not going to hang upside down from the ceiling.
That's the thing. As much as I would actually love to have it. I really would. Like, I would love to build that set. I would love to have it. But exactly. Space is really the biggest issue. There's only so much, honestly. And
you actually have a lot more space than many of us.
I do, exactly. That's the thing, is I should be the target demographic, because if I really wanted to make space bad enough, I could. But I
You
can't
might
do
have
that.
to kick one of your kids out of the house.
Right. Yeah. I mean, or take over the Star Wars room. Like something has to give, right? Like you just, I can't make those accommodations for every single ginormous set that comes out, or we're no longer going to have furniture in this place.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you mean it is furniture? It's a coat rack.
And
Well,
on that,
maybe-
you know, I just thought about, you know how people post their pictures of when they finish the Coliseum and their cats lay down in it like a big cat bed?
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking of all the cat disasters, the
Oh my
cat
God.
catastrophes we're going to see coming from this Eiffel Tower. So
Wow.
that'll be fun to see.
So
Yeah.
now, funny enough, I'm actually more interested in this than I am in the actual model. So
Gift with
when you
purchase?
buy this model,
Mhm.
you will get a promotional gift, which is it's coming. Where is it? There you go. Eiffel's
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
apartment. Eiffel's Tower.
Well, see, that's how you make room for it. You decorate your apartment around the model.
Whoops.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right.
Yeah.
So Blair, you can just
this'll-
replicate that model right there with the pistols, and you'll have.
Yeah.
But this is another one of the things
Give
where
me 5
you-
minutes. I'm kind of
This is another
surprised
one
it
of those
doesn't
deals
have
where
one
you-
of these on top. This piece.
You only get this if you buy the Eiffel Tower. Now,
Yeah,
I
and
will
notice-
say,
Go ahead.
no, I will say for a small set, it's got a lot of stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are
Mhm.
all stickers, and they're amazing stickers, and I want that sticker set really bad. But it's that's a lot of stickers for a little promo set, I gotta say.
This sort of takes a dynamic I've seen before to a whole nother level. If you want those stickers so bad, I wanted those stickers so bad, I bought the whole model.
Not
Is
doing
that a recolor of the envelope in tan?
It looks tan, but I think
Okay.
it's already been tan in another
Okay,
set.
it's been tan before. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, so and I mean, so this is basically the equivalent of Walt Disney's apartment in the castle at Disneyland. So this was his
Yeah.
apartment in the actual tower. But apparently it was quite cramped.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And notice that's the only Lego set he has in the room. I know it's not a Lego set.
And a giant girder
Yeah.
going through your room. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, so that is one of the promo sets. Then we have we also have promo sets for just your regular $5 million purchases. We've got let's see, where are we? Here we go. Elves, a little elf
It's
scene
cute.
here, a little Christmas cheer here.
Now
So
that one,
this will-
that
what?
one I have on the way. That one I have on the way.
Right, and this one is available. I think you have to do a $170 purchase for this.
That's easy. It's hard to not make a $170 purchase these days.
It's
Well, especially
very, very
over the
cute.
holidays, right?
Yes, exactly.
Um,
Do you want to know
So-
which set I ended up getting to qualify for all the holiday specials?
the Eiffel Tower.
Absolutely.
No,
Oh, no, what?
but I thought you guys would appreciate it. I got the lighthouse.
Mm.
Oh, yay!
Nice.
We went and visited like a for real lighthouse. It was funny. After we went to that lighthouse, I kind of wanted the model. I was like,
I
oh.
wonder how much influence that had, because just thinking about it, I was like, I mean, how could I call myself an Oregonian without owning a lighthouse, right?
That's
Yeah.
true. It's
The lighthouse
fair.
is doing really well in our demographic.
I
it's
bet
so
they
perfect
are.
for us, yeah.
Yep.
Well, I
Um,
picked up the Loop roller coaster. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, very
Five
good.
times points.
Fun.
5 times points.
5
is
times
a killer
points.
deal.
It gets you
Wow.
13,000 points,
Wow,
Whoa.
man, I might have to.
which
go.
is enough for $100.
I know.
that's
I'm
right, it's
tempted by
5
it. My
times
coworker
points.
showed me how you can hook the loop coaster up to the original coaster just by switching the corners where it comes into the station, and then it runs from the loop coaster directly into the lift track for the classic coaster.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's really cool.
Wow.
You need an enormous table, like bigger than you'd need for the Eiffel Tower, I think. But
Oh my
It
gosh.
would take up my living room floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
That little gift with purchase, the background that they've designed there looks a lot like the Brick Cascade logo.
Oh
Are you
yeah.
talking about the? Oh, you're right.
Oh, it does.
yeah.
It's
That's
not on the
funny.
screen anymore, but that looks like the Brick
Mhm.
Cascade kind of
Ah,
motif.
Yeah.
wrong
sorry.
one.
The
There we
mountain
go.
yeah,
on the
yeah.
mountain on the left. Yeah.
Oops. So
Yeah, I
this is
guess
another.
That
This
few
is
mini
another gift
part-
with purchase.
be hard
It's a
not
little
to do.
baking set. So there's cookie cutters, and it looks like
a mold.
little muffin molds or cookie molds or something like
Chocolate
that.
molds.
Yeah, maybe just. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost like
Mhm.
chocolate molds, but they're really big.
Now that one, just so you know, there's just some confusion around that one too. That one's only for like a bunch of our home themes. So like creator, classic, 3-in-1s, dots, friends,
Yep. This is
city.
Yeah, I was reading it's for like non-IP
hmm
stuff.
Hmm.
3-in-1.
Ninjago's included.
We have this Lego House tribute,
Wow,
So
cool.
cute.
which is really great. I know now I'm noticing that we're missing one. We have we have 4 of these models, but we don't have the tree. It's the only one we don't have.
Oh man.
Having just been there, I am so enamored by this little set. It's
Mhm.
absolutely adorable, and a bunch
Yeah,
of those sets were no longer available. So I'll
Yeah,
take
it's
the
really,
tiny
really
version.
cute. And it's going to be during this weekend's VIP event, and again a week later over Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And this is going to be a $250 threshold to get this one. But it sure is cute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that lighthouse basically qualified for everything. So that was part of the equation as well. Like I was already kind
Wow.
of tempted and on the fence, and then when I realized that I only had to get that one thing to qualify for all the stuff, I was like, may as well.
But you don't get the things if you spend points, right?
No, but isn't it also double points on top of
Yeah,
that?
it's
It's
double
double
points this
points and
weekend
5
as well.
points on some sets.
Yeah, so you wouldn't want to spend points if you're earning double points.
Well,
Right,
Generally.
right.
Yeah.
That duck is so cute.
Yes.
I know. We actually have.
So what is this? This is like a Lego House mini builds troop
Mhm.
pack, power pack.
Yeah, like it all
Yep,
comes
yep.
together, and it's all of the.
I am
all
so
of these
jealous you
sets.
bought that.
The what?
I'm so jealous you bought that.
We didn't buy it actually, but
I'm so jealous you have it then. How about
Yes.
that?
Cute.
I mean, not to be that guy, but yeah, we didn't actually buy it. That was part
I
of
did.
our. That was
I
part of
bought
our
one.
gift pack for
Yeah.
being in the Lego house.
Mine
I
got
got one.
mine. Yeah, I got mine too. Mine unfortunately got crunched, which is kind of sad.
And the employee was kind enough to point out that some of them were signed in the store too. So
Yep, they did us.
Mhm.
There was a big signing of them. Wait, was that what they were signing when we were there, Holly? I can't remember. There was so many things being signed. Who can say?
I don't
Well-
think so. Is that what George and Nico were there? They were there signing something, but I didn't think it was.
Yeah, I don't think it was this. You're right.
That. No, because
You
that wasn't
know-
their set.
this
If
is
you ever
Jamie.
find yourself in the neighborhood of Billund by chance somehow, the
Mhm.
Lego House is an awesome museum.
Yeah, it's
It is
really
so cool.
amazing.
Yeah, exactly, Blair.
Oh yeah.
So
Like words and pictures can't capture it. And also
Nope.
getting to see y'all's build in person was amazing. Lots of people
Oh,
were
thank
gathered
you.
around looking at all the details and stuff.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so good to
yay.
hear. Yeah, it's so funny. Like when you put something in a gallery like that, you never really get to see people enjoying it. And that was one of my favorite things of the AFOL day when we were there, was watching people come up and like seeing them huddled around it. You know,
Yeah.
it was really gratifying, I gotta say. So thank you for
So
telling us
awesome.
that. That's so
No,
cool.
It was so awesome. There was like a little tour group going by of like employees and stuff, and I was like, my friends made this.
That's awesome.
I said some of my gold bricks might be in there here and there.
Let's see. We've got
I have a news
Oh, one
flash
more.
just for a moment here. Moto held something up to the camera here. What are you working on there, Moto?
I'm going to do a shout out for Build to Give. I just started this at the start of stream, but can you guess what I'm going to make?
A wreath.
A
There you
wreath.
go.
Oh, that's
A wreath.
wonderful.
Very nice.
Wow.
An actual 3D wreath.
That's so
Wow,
cool.
that's like
Yeah.
a chemical model there.
But yeah, just so you know, Build to Give, the campaign is on. Do a build, tag it, and free sets for kids in need.
That's right. Yeah, we announced that last week. It's bears repeating. So just you build, and I believe there is actually a theme this year, which is gifts. It doesn't mean you have to build to that. That's just what the theme is. And you build it, post it on social media, hashtag it with Build to Give, and Lego will give a
Glamorous.
to a child in need. Let's see. We've got a very elegant. So here is the next gift with purchase. Now this is well, actually not gift with purchase.
No, it's
actually
rewards
Bricktober.
points.
And
not
you
a
it will be available to people for rewards points. Quite a few rewards points, if I remember correctly. But it's super cute and it has motion. So it's a cute little dragon ride.
What's the motion?
It looks like it rocks back and forth.
Yep.
So
It's the same mechanism as the coin-operated space thing. Is that correct?
yeah, the rocket.
Oh, right.
Yep. For sure.
Huh. So rocket for space, a knight on a dragon for castle.
Mm-hmm.
What's next?
Monorail. Let's hope.
There should be like
Someday.
there should be a swear jar for AFOLs every time someone says the word monorail.
No,
I
it's going to
agree.
be. It would be if they keep up with the trend. It would be pirates. It would be a little pirate ship that would rock back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
If
just-
if we had that swear jar, we could all have an Eiffel Tower.
Or a
You know,
monorail.
someday-
Or more like a monorail. I did not buy the monorail yesterday at the club meeting, and I feel so good for myself. I was like, good to save money.
Yeah,
on
we're,
you, Moto.
we're looking for. I'm just on the hunt for track pieces because we have a monorail now, but we want to. I think we're gonna put it around the tree this year. So it's a matter of just like finding some more track. I think to expand.
Well, at least curved track is cheap.
Yeah, if I want it
Relatively cheap.
really wiggly.
You have an attraction.
Oh, look who it is.
Hi,
I
Skittles.
told her she's 5 minutes early. She was just standing there, like she's looking very expectantly. at
Oh,
me.
thank you for the reminder. I got to get ready for something here.
It's not time yet.
I know.
I didn't
Yeah, there's
know.
actually a certain dog has been getting some training intensive. Hey, Cabbage Face Bricks, how's it going? Yes, and Chris Chalice, it's true. I have seen 3D printed track before. It actually worked fine. I just haven't been able to find the actual file for it because if I can print them here at home. But I have yet to be able to find an STL for that, unfortunately.
There was a company making some. I don't know if they were letting people have the file.
Hmm.
But what was cool is that they were able to make it in other colors too, which is fun. And last I heard, they were close to done with their prototype for a crossing, which is something that Lego was never able to pull off.
Oh, I did hear about that. Yeah, like an X.
Like an X
piece.
crossing.
That's super cool.
You know, I predict that one of these days, Moto, one of these days, Lego is going to blow everyone's mind and come out with a new monorail. Whatever it is that's stopping them, there's such a demand for it. I think it's going to happen someday.
Actually, I don't see why you couldn't have used Moto's name in that sentence as well.
You know what the problem is, though, is at this point, with there being so much hype and like anticipation, no matter what they come up with, the fans just are not going to be satisfied. I feel,
I'll be
Well,
satisfied.
What you think?
I'd be satisfied.
I do.
I mean, the initial response will definitely be, "It's no 9-volt monorail.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's never going to be
It's too
quite what
fast,
anyone
or it
expects.
doesn't have the same tracks, or
Yeah.
it's more than 100 pieces."
Well, whatever's making them hold off all this time, I think they've heard I don't know.
It'll be a
think it's
goat
gonna
themed
happen.
monorail, and it'll be all goats.
Please.
It'll be goats driving a monorail full of corn.
I think you have your next Bricks Cascade mock idea right there.
There you go. Oh my goodness.
You ready, little goat? You want me to make you a custom monorail? Meh.
Did you see the goat in our piece, Blair?
Yes. No.
The goat rail.
Strategically placed.
Yeah.
And Monica, you're right. Moto has already blown our minds with his builds.
Oh, thank you.
I love that he sounds surprised.
Well, yeah, it's surprising. Yeah, I was surprised by the stuff I was displaying because I usually use like an expo or a convention I use the expo here in Denver over the winter to get the crowd reaction of what I should bring to the next conventions. And the dragon people liked a lot, and then the cat and mouse were the two big standout hits.
Well, they're so cute. I'm a super fan of those. And they don't look like any, cat or mouse I've seen before in Lego. So awesome. It's great to get feedback like that.
Speaking of conventions, Bricks Cascade is coming up in May this year, May 13th and 14th of next year. And I believe it's our first next big convention that's coming up because Bricks
right.
LA is unfortunately no more. So that's the January convention not around. So I think that would be the next big one. And one of the things I love about Bricks Cascade is not only do I get to see all of my lovely Oregonian friends, and I get to stay at Holly's house, which is like deluxe, the most deluxe accommodations. There are a million collabs that you can participate in, which is so exciting. And I know that we are doing one for Tricky Lug is doing a Friends Castle mashup theme that they're doing, and although it's not, I haven't completed the format yet. I am heading up a modular arcade collab. There's also Perry and Mark's. I believe they're doing it again. I think it's like a thing now. The bunkers, the apocalypse bunkers. There's usually a Jurassic Park one as well. I mean, there's so many.
A Western town?
No, but Space Western is ongoing. So if you want to do cool Space Western stuff, that was kicked off this last year, and that was really fun.
I want to start pushing for, and I've said this many times, but I want to start pushing for like a legit Friends theme that shows up at multiple conventions. Like, I'm really tired of seeing Friends get kind of like shoved off to the side, especially with all that they're doing and continue to do to push forward, accessibility and multiple skin tones and diversity, like all of it. Like, it's just, they do like
a Heart Lake hub. Just
yeah.
Yeah.
And I would love to see that. I mean, we did a sort of a small version at Bricks by the Bay this year, and we made trophies and everything, and they were super cute. And the people who got them were really excited. So I would love to see that happen.
I would imagine.
I do know for Chicago, Martin Harris has the Friendship Timber.
Right.
Not just a hashtag, but they're going to try to actually make it a display.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I mean, maybe just put an email out to Bricks Cascade and see that they would be receptive to a theme.
Right. I think that would mean, though, I would probably have to volunteer to be the theme coordinator.
Probably so.
And
Yeah.
But
I'm doubting your faith, or you're doubting your commitment in Sparkle Motion.
all right. Well, I'll reach out to the powers that be and see what they say now that I've been guilted into it. All right. So, guess what time it is, everybody?
Oh, it is.
It's
Right here.
that special time that we've all been waiting for. It's time for the pause that refreshes. That's right, everybody. It's Logan Cookie Time. Look how much calmer he is.
Does he look calmer to
It's
you?
the training.
Okay, here's another one. No,
He's so all about
Gentle.
treats right now. Good boy.
Good boy. What a good doggy.
Okay, now we're going to show off and catch one. You have to catch it. You ready?
Gonna
Good.
catch it?
Dude.
You're gonna catch
Yeah!
Oh, that was a good one. He's been a very
You were
good dog.
so
haven't you?
good. You are so good. And now to Skittles with the weather.
All right. How are you feeling today? Is this
Is
going to
she
be the
controlling
day?
the mouse right now?
Yeah. Is this going to be the day? Do it? No. Can I catch it? Catch it? Oh, almost.
She actually
Oh,
tried.
Super close.
Right, Bubba.
No, come on. On your head. There's only one more. Ready? Seriously?
I love
I
your
don't remember
commitment to
one
the
way.
bit, Holly. It's been 6 months, and you're still convinced that one day she will come through. I think we all are. We're all just waiting.
I know
for the
she
moment.
can do it. I don't
I mean,
have
it's
any
really just the fault of the puppeteer.
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
Well, I
that's all
think,
there
like
is.
with
There's
the
not much-
monorail,
Hold
one
on.
of these days, Skittles is gonna blow all our minds.
They're all gone. Yeah.
She can drink out of a cup. All right, and that has been Logan Cookie Time. Oh, somebody got some Fabuland. Very good.
Oh, I got so much. I got like a pick-a-brick cup full of Fabulous.
yeah,
Oh,
I did
nice.
too.
And they're
Um,
super fresh and like the joints are all tight and
I
everything.
know. That's what I discovered when
Nice.
I did.
Just so you know, there's this strange modem/vacuum cleaner sound coming
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure where that's coming from.
Not either.
I mean,
I don't hear it.
not me.
Can you see her? You can't see her. It's too.
Huh?
Over here.
I don't think it was us. I'm not sure.
Oh,
now it went
see,
away.
I see.
Oh, it just went away.
Yep.
I do.
Okay. So.
Yay!
Wait. Did that actually just happen?
Yeah. She can catch it just fine.
Awesome! Look at that.
I missed it too.
If a
Oh.
treat goes in Skittles' mouth and no one's there to see it, did it really happen?
I can attest to the fact. I can attest to the fact Skittles caught that treat.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Something about the chair, man. Oh, I've got to resort like 3 of these because they all fell over after hours of sorting them last.
Oh no.
Oh, bummer.
Thanks.
Hi, Vicarious Brickstress. How's it going? Good to see you.
Hey, at some point, remind me to show off my pens because I just got brand new pens and they're kind of amazing.
Oh, sure. Let's
Ooh.
see.
Pin time.
Sorry, I was late. I could not find my laptop this morning. That's how long it had been since I'd been on the
Oh,
show.
my goodness.
I know it was bad. And I spilled Lego pieces everywhere, looking for it. Okay, so Eric is now a member of the Academy and went to a welcome party in LA at the Academy Museum this week.
Oh, right. He was telling me about that.
Yeah, and in the gift shop at the Academy Museum, they had a whole Leica display.
Ah!
Ooh.
So he ended up getting a bunch of these.
Oh, those
Oh,
are the
Nice.
pin trail ones.
Yeah, yep. So we got all of those.
Yeah.
Some of them. Okay, so it had to be clarified to me that because I was like, man, those do not look like any of the zombies, any of our zombies. But apparently, it's from the posters that were on Norman's wall.
Oh,
Oh.
very cool.
okay.
Yeah,
That makes
Because I was
sense.
very confused by that. I was like, those are not paranorman zombies, but apparently they are. But even
I
better
want
than
those.
those.
I know they make the prints of those posters too, right?
There are some posters, but even better than those, these I did not even know about.
Oh boy.
So they also made like little postcards
Yep.
with die-cast pens.
Oh.
Oh.
Huge.
Is that like the wiener pin? Oh
Yeah.
my
Yes.
god.
It is.
Shut
That
up.
not the best. That
That's
made me so
amazing.
happy.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
and then there's one for box trolls, one for Kubo. The Kubo one's really great because we got as a crew gift, we got these little the little wooden monkey. We got those little pieces.
Oh, cool.
Yes. It's just
How
so
awesome.
cool. And then the I'm trying to take them out of the plastic so there's no glare.
Wow. You're hardcore.
Yeah, and then this box trolls one is rather nice.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Quite
That's
the haul.
fantastic.
And then there's a missing link one with the chicken on her head.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, so I had to show those because those are pretty awesome.
Those are pretty awesome.
I think you can buy them. You can buy them on the Academy Museum website too.
Oh. All right. Well, there we go. I guess that's where you can go. And I know Pintrill is the ones who did my my Daria pins. Those are the same company that did the poster zombies.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, it was really weird. Like when I first saw those, because we're always the last to find out about anything. Like if for whatever reason, just never tells like the crew about anything until things are like 2 weeks like out already and it's old news. So I always find out about this from like other people. And when I first saw those, I was like, are those like a knockoff? Like, what is that?
It's really cool.
Not at all.
Well, I imagine that's something. I imagine that's something with the rights, right? Like that they had to use those particular ones, or
It just looks like they went for some sort of mainline stuff, which is kind of cool because it's like it's more subtle nod, something that you don't already have.
Exactly. Yeah, because I mean there are already Paranorman pens, not zombie pens though. I don't know. Like,
well, I mean, the thing I wonder is whether it has to do with the reason I said I wonder if it has to do with like rights or whatever. Is because excuse me, and I don't know if this works this way for everyone or every company. Excuse me. I know that I had a friend who did Disney fine art, and he told me that when he was first starting out. Sorry, our lighting has gotten all flatooey here.
Well, it's that time of the year with check that out. It's that time of the year the sun is basically setting or coming up right in front of our faces.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi, Elise.
Hello, everybody. So what I heard from my friend who did Disney Fine Art was that when he first started working with them, they would not allow him access to certain characters. He was only allowed to like have access to peripheral characters. And then as he did more work for them, they slowly allowed him to do, and like he proved himself, they slowly allowed him to do more like the really like the more closer into the main circle of characters type of deal.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Yeah, and they would have already had, this, we do all this art internally, of course, so they would have already made the art for all the zombies on the poster, so they would have had that in like an EPS form that they could just send over. It would have been probably relatively easy to translate into pens.
Right.
Whereas our character designs maybe not as much. Like that is opened a little more interpretation how that would, how they would translate. I don't know.
It would be cool to see some of the main zombies as the kind of pins with the like swinging stuff. Though.
With the wiggly arms.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, how exciting to be there and there's a whole display.
I thought so. Yeah. I mean, he was like sending me pictures and it was like pretty. Yeah. Cause they did screenings of all of our films there. So they have a big theater there and they pick they curate different movies and will do like Q&As, with the people who make the movies for audiences and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Like we went and saw the original like cut of Star Wars there.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Like from the archives. Like
So
you had. Yep.
Oh, just in case anyone doesn't know, and this was new to me, what academy are you talking about?
It's the Academy Museum. It's a museum in LA.
But with the
Is that the
Academy,
Academy of
Oh.
as
Motion
in
Picture
Oscar,
Arts and Sciences?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yay, flex. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I need opinions. So my favorite t-shirt company, Creepy Company, which you see me, I wear a lot of their clothes. They're having a Black Friday sale, and it hasn't started yet. But there's this sweater that I was looking at when they had a sale before, and I almost got it, and I didn't. But now I need to know. I need to get opinions because it's going to be on sale, and it'll probably be reasonable. I'm gonna hope that it's reasonable. But check this out because it's kind of amazing. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to influence you on your decision.
But I guess you could call that a leading question.
Do you think? You think? Okay, let's see.
What do you need to hear, Flynn? What do you need to hear?
I need to hear that yes, I should buy this, but
Okay.
only honestly.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a cardigan, and I will also put out there that I'm not great with a lot of outerwear and knitwear because I run very, very hot and it never gets cold enough here, except for in our house.
Except in our house.
To like warrant a lot of knitwear. But it's like they made this for me. Tell me what you think. So that's the front.
Oh my God.
And this is the back.
If you don't buy it, I'll be upset.
I mean, the only question you have to answer is how much did you regret not getting it the first time?
I really did, honestly.
So then you should get it.
I mean, look how cool it is. It's got gold.
That's not glow in the dark thread, though, is it?
I wish. No,
That
it's
would
not.
be amazing.
It's not. But look how cool. And it's actually
It's
knitted.
cute.
It's not one of those like cheapy like
Not like
t-shirts
printed on.
made to
Yeah.
look like knitted or it's printed on. So
Yeah.
thank you everyone for your opinions that validated my need for this sweater.
For your unguided opinions. Well, I guess if there's ugly Christmas sweaters, this is the awesome Halloween sweater.
I
Yeah.
was kind of thinking the same thing. I was like, it falls in line with like ugly Halloween sweater. Yeah.
But it's not ugly. Like
No, it's awesome.
It's kind of amazing.
It's what's the word? It's not. But some of the ugly Christmas sweaters aren't even ugly either. It's like
Right.
It's.
It's let's just say it's a bold.
I was gonna say it's loud.
Yeah. And then unfortunately there's this other one that I really want, but I don't like the I don't like the it's like a half and half, and like half of it is a skeleton, but then the other half is just plain gray. Like I want the whole skeleton. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's weird.
It's just a
Well,
little
now,
weird.
correct me if I'm wrong, but
See?
doesn't someone sitting at this table know how to knit and crochet?
Yeah, but I can't
That is
knit a
strange.
sweater.
That's very strange.
Yeah, isn't that weird? It's just weird.
Okay, that's an ugly Halloween sweater.
Yeah, I don't, there's something wrong with that.
It's visually unappealing.
I
that is
agree.
visually unappealing.
I agree.
Yeah.
Which is sad because I generally like all of their stuff because they've got some really fun stuff. This is another great one, except for that I don't wear white. But this one is pretty hilarious. Actually, I wish it was reversible because I'd wear the orange side. Yes, Hooded One says you buy two for a complete skeleton. There you go. Devil cat.
Oh,
Oh, wow, that's great.
cool.
Is that cool?
It's on the,
Yeah.
that's the back.
With bats?
The back
Yeah.
or owls?
The back's just got the stripes, but it's
Great.
really cool.
Hey, son, if you're watching this, let me know and you can have it if it's in your size.
Your kid would love that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
See, I'm
Spock
kind of-
and Magic Ninja is exactly right. That skeleton sweater is the Two-Face costume.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that diversion. But fashion, clothes, Black Friday sales, all that stuff.
It is the
Um,
season.
I only go to Black Friday sales that I don't have to physically walk in a store to
I
participate.
mean, does anybody do that anymore? Like,
Oh yes, got to get that big screen
Why?
TV.
I'm not working till super late on Friday for no reason.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of fashion, I
Yeah.
found some pretty fashionable friends over in
What?
Denmark as well.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I was at this wonderful place that's kind of taken the place of Loplet. It's called Flow, F-L-O-H.
Yeah, we talked about that. We went there too. We
Super
talked about it
awesome.
when we got back from our trip.
And I had already found at the local thrift store, Blue Cross, this base plate.
Oh, nice.
And
I
I
love
picked
the-
it up for June because we
jealous.
have the other version of this, the one that's like the beach or whatever, and we love
Yeah.
it. I also found at the local store this, which blew my mind. 4 magenta base plates,
Cool.
Are
Those
those
aren't
real?
third
What?
party. Those are the real deal.
non-production color, and I was so stoked for my pink crystalline planet landscaping that I'm doing.
That's
Wow.
super
But then
cool.
at Flow, there was this huge bag of Belleville, and okay, so it didn't get built super sturdy apparently, but I'll show you the back of it. It had most of the ice castle,
Cool.
Very
And
nice.
all
Including
these
the fairy.
characters, and it wasn't like complete, but it had a bunch of people and the crowns and all this chrome stuff, and I was like, wow, the chrome pieces in this bag plus this base plate were worth less, they're worth more than what I paid for all of it. So I had to make room in my bag for this, and I didn't get to bring home much in the way of the exclusive sets because I was just protecting these giant raised base plates.
Wow. Well,
I will go ahead.
if the Lego house wasn't enough reason to go to Denmark,
Hello, it's pretty good. Oh, I love that piece. I will say too,
there's-
if you are planning on a trip to the Lego house and you're thinking, I'd love to pick up those exclusive sets, bring an empty suitcase. I cannot stress this
Yeah.
enough. Bring
Yeah.
an empty suitcase, not only because you will have stuff that doesn't fit. Is that Clickets?
Tons
Very
of
nice.
crickets.
Not only will you have stuff that doesn't fit, but those exclusive sets are large. Like they're bigger than you think they are. Like the sets are pretty decently large. So
The
Yeah,
boxes
some more,
are all-
some more than
all
others,
parts.
I guess. Yeah.
I realize now that's not my kid's fault that it fell apart. There's only like a dozen studs on the parts where those towers were put on.
well, and not only that, but those base plates are flexible. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
you could say they're not swooshable. Well, what are those?
Hooded One
These
says,
are
or just
Clickets
ship it home. It
bracelets.
worked fine for me. Yes, Hooded One. I would suggest that if you live in Europe already,
Yeah.
if you're in the US,
It's expensive.
probably not a very practical way.
It's not because an extra bag.
monetarily.
Yeah. The only thing you get from shipping it is you can at least there's a better chance of survivability. Whereas
Sure.
like putting it through
Oh, no
baggage
way.
claim.
No
man,
way. No way.
Everything-
My box from Germany was destroyed.
Wow.
Shipping?
Shipping.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
it got obliterated in the sorting
Okay.
mechanisms.
Well, then there you go. It's $100 for an extra like checked bag. So if you can, the hot tip is to bring something that's that's where
A
it gets
hard
tricky,
bag.
right? Yeah, if you can bring something that packs inside of your other bag, so you only have to pay the extra bag fee one way. That's the better way to do it.
Yeah.
So like my
Bring a
situation.
duffel bag for your dirty clothes, and then
Exactly.
That's what
use
we
it
did.
for the-
Yeah, we
Yeah.
brought
Yeah,
a duffel
exactly.
bag.
Bring the duffel bag for your clothes, and then put all your sets in your hard case. But I was this year I was bringing so much stuff to Denmark. Half of my suitcase was packed full of stuff I was bringing, so then that left me half a suitcase of space coming back, and it was like the perfect amount. But I also wasn't buying as much crap as I had the last couple of trips before.
Well, we bought a duffel bag to put our stuff in, and we still had to borrow a suitcase from Boone to get all of our stuff.
Well, your
home.
guys' situation was crazy because you
It
ended up with
was.
a lot
it
of
was.
sets that you were not expecting to
We
get.
were not expecting
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
So
So that was cool. But that was cool. It
Well,
was a good
friends,
problem.
I think it's just a Debo, or just bring clothes that you can throw out soon and leave them strewn across Europe.
I ended up
done
just
that
leaving a bunch
before.
of food with Boone. I was just like, here's America food. I need space for Lego.
Oh, I
Yep.
know. We bought a sandwich on our last day there, and then like left it in the refrigerator in that little place. And I like texted Boone's wife. I was like, "There's a really delicious sandwich in the refrigerator. If you want to go get it, it's right there. It's all yours." So yeah. Anywho, oh, you're 6 bricks. Very good.
Yes, hot off the presses. That was so cool.
Nice.
I didn't
Oh, yeah.
even get them this year, which was kind of sad because every year I try to get like a different combination. And so here's a weird thing. So they give you a bracelet when you go into the house museum, and it's all the little interactive exhibits are tied to your bracelet. So some of those things I guess you're able to access after the fact. But mine just fell off at one point, and they gave me a new one, and then my new one like didn't. It
Oh, it
like
didn't have the
wasn't
data.
yeah, it was really weird. Like I tried to go do like the little brick machine
Where they,
thing,
where
and
they
it's like
scan it, right?
yeah, I wasn't able to scan it. So, and it was already like end of day at that point. So I was like, oh well, yeah, it's kind of sad.
All right, shall we? Let's share some minifigures before we head out for the day.
Okay.
Alexander 23, we're so glad that you're here.
I know, we're so glad to see you.
All right, I'm
Um,
ready.
Okay. Launch you first then, Holly.
Sure. All right. Well, I mean, this is kind of a given at this point, right? But happy early Turkey Day, y'all.
Oh, awesome.
yay.
Nice.
I've been seeing some really good NPU with those turkey feathers lately.
the tails.
Those
That's
are
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Blair.
Well, I just showed a bunch of figures, but one more Fabuland. I found one with like 99.9% of his beak still intact. So
Nice.
Was it
That's
in a
pretty-
plastic bag or was it on a little stand?
it was in a bag. There were like enough that I could choose from 5 different crows.
Oh, okay.
so-
Because the ones I found were like on little minifigure stands and weren't packaged. And those were really cool. All right, Moto.
You guys might like this. Translucent yellow C3PO.
Ooh,
Ooh.
fancy.
little after hours Lego.
Pre-production run.
That's
Nice.
pretty special.
Very cool.
Kind of fun.
All right, Kara.
I have party dinosaur costumes
They are very
Those
colorful.
are awesome.
Wow. Are those
from
crazy
the
bricks?
Dino Dudes 2.
I
Yeah.
haven't
Okay.
seen those before.
I had neither.
Oh, I wish I could get all his stuff. They're so cool.
I know, right?
Very cool. All right, and now it's our turn. Really terrible lights. Oh my
Yeah, well,
goodness.
it's bright sunny day here. So if Clicky can help out here, we've got he's
Hang
pretty
on.
bright.
Waka
He's
waka.
pretty bright.
Now he's
Yeah,
Fuzzy Bear.
Fuzzy Bear.
Waka waka waka.
Something's not right here.
Well, we have the sun right in front of us. I think people
No,
get
there's
it.
just something not right with my controls for some reason. Oh, there we go. Maybe.
Oh,
Well, what
I
do
don't
you got
know.
to show, Flynn?
Not that one.
Um,
Whatever button that was.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's up with this, but
Just that kind of day.
Oh, look at that.
mine are a little pair, and they go together. And I've been looking for the walrus guy with the captain's cap for a really long time, and those little anchors. So I was super happy, even though his teeth are a little scraped. And then I of course had to get the little mouse in a sailor hat to go with
He's so cute.
the crew. I know, isn't he adorable? I really like the monkey ones with the little sailor hats also. Those are really good.
Hey, Flynn, do you remember we were visiting up north and we did little vignettes with Fabuland outside?
We
They were so
did.
cute.
We did a bunch of outdoor Fabuland photos. It was really fun. Ages ago. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh yeah. It was really weird. So it was like back when we first started collecting, and our we went to go visit our friend's house, And they had like a box full of Fabuland figures.
Just sitting in their living room waiting for someone
Wow.
to come and help. fund
Yeah,
it.
and then they were like, "Oh yeah, those were here when we bought the house." I was all like, "Oh, that's so cool!" And they actually offered them to us, and I was like, "No, you have to have them here so that we can play with them when we come."
It's like going to grandma's house and she's got that box.
Yeah,
that falls out of the
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Well, before the light comes in and fries us to a crisp.
Ooh.
Oh, the pram. Or is that
Yeah.
or is that a wheelbarrow?
No, it's a pram.
Oh, very
Although
nice.
there's not like a baby Fabuland. But...
My favorite Fabuland little prop is the stand. Well, I have two of them: the accordion and then the vacuum cleaner.
Yes,
It's really
the vacuum
great.
cleaner is awesome.
So, anywho, yeah. So we're gonna be burnt to we're in about 10 minutes. Like we are just gonna turn into a white screen. Like that's how bright it is right now.
The future's so bright, I gotta wear shades.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
we
I'm
have-
sorry,
we have
everyone.
your shades.
I apologize for that.
That's a little better.
All right, everybody. I hope that you have an excellent rest of your weekend. What's left of it here, and I hope you have a great holiday this weekend. We've got a big in the U.S. anyway. Thanksgiving holiday on Thursday, and going through the weekend. So enjoy it, whatever you do. We will be here again next Sunday, chit-chatting about all the latest news and things and such, and rabbit holes and superheroes and dogs catching treats and all the things that you come for. Oh, very nice skates. There you go. Put a Chima head on a baby body with Apollo studs to make a baby.
There you go.
That's terrifying. I love
Yeah.
it.
A little bit.
Is that's how babies are made?
That's how
Okay,
people-
well, before we go too far down that rabbit hole, I hope that everybody has a great rest of your weekend. And until next time, don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask when and where you still need to. For goodness sake, get that vaccine if you haven't done it already.
It
Get all the
works.
vaccines, all of the everythings. Get that flu shot. If you're old enough, get that shingles shot.
You know, take care of
And-
yourself.
Yes.
Even if you're not old enough, you might start. to
Exactly.
do it.
And we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Happy building.
Bye.
I'm going to eat so much food on Thursday. I don't know if I'll be here on
Mhm.
Sunday.
Oh,